Hey, what's up everyone? John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be covering our list of the top ACT prep courses on the market. We've had a chance to review and rate out over a dozen different ACT prep options at this point, and today we're going to run down the best 4. So if you're ready, let's get to it. Okay, welcome back. Let me just start by saying that since I'll just be covering the high-level points today, if you find you need more detail at any point during this video, we also have a full written guide over on our website that has way more detail. The quickest way to find that is probably just to Google Test Prep Insight Best ACT Prep Courses. Alright, so I don't want to beat around the bush. Let's dive straight into our pick for the #1 overall ACT course in the space. And for us, that is without a doubt, PrepScholar. And PrepScholar nabs our top spot for several reasons, but mostly for their intelligent course structure, quality practice material, attractive price point, and some very smart software that makes your studying more efficient. I'll start with the course structure. Essentially, the PrepScholar course follows a series of learning modules that each use a pretty classic and proven test prep framework. You kick off each module with a quick lesson on the topic being covered, then you move on to a quick practice set to work on what you just learned, and then you review your missed problems to get some insights into your mistakes. This simple learning framework has been used forever by a lot of companies, but honestly, it's for good reason, and we really like how PrepScholar has integrated it into their course through their schedule that follows these learning modules. And if you want to see an example of what I'm talking about with this schedule, make sure to check out that written guide that I just mentioned. There's some sample pics in there. The link will be down below in the description for you. And then turning over to the practice work, the second reason we're so high on PrepScholar is that they offer more practice material than just about any other prep company that we've reviewed, with over 2,400 practice problems and 5 full-length practice tests. But it's not just the quantity, it's also very high quality material. Our team thought PrepScholar did a great job matching the content, difficulty level, and length of real ACT questions. Plus, every single practice problem comes with a detailed answer explanation. Basically, altogether, it's a really impressive set of practice work. And working behind all that practice material is their adaptive algorithm. PrepScholar has this adaptive tech that assesses your performance on your practice work as you move through the program, and then reallocates material and lessons in your queue to try and optimize your prep. In other words, PrepScholar tries to find easy score gains by identifying your weaknesses and making corrections in those areas, which, in my opinion, is a huge value add. And the last key factor that earned PrepScholar the #1 spot is their cost. With the price tag of just around $400 for their complete course, PrepScholar is a great value. For reference, that's roughly half of what you'll pay with a lot of the big boys like Kaplan. Okay, so moving on to the #2 course on our list, and that's Princeton Review. And Princeton is sort of that classic prep option that's been around forever and takes a super comprehensive approach to prep. I mean, they offer everything. Live classes, self-paced video lessons, a Q bank, problem explanations, prep books, tutoring, and a bunch more. Basically, they offer more features and hours of prep work than any other company. But just to be clear, Princeton isn't just a volume play that tries to get you there with sheer hours. Their coursework is also rock solid in terms of quality, and I personally think their video lessons are some of the best in ACT prep. They're intelligently designed, engaging, and have really good production value, especially compared to others like Magoosh. I also really like the Princeton Review instructors. They're very talented communicators and seem to have a really good knack for making more complex concepts seem easy to understand. Plus, Princeton offers some solid test-taking strategies that are woven into their content review lessons. Bottom line with Princeton Review, if you or your son or daughter is a highly visual learner, I'd give Princeton a good long look. But as you might have figured out by now if you didn't know, the issue with Princeton is that they are a little expensive. Their flagship courses range from around $900 up to around $1,700, so they are definitely not cheap. Don't get me wrong, you do get a ton of resources and they are one of the premium ACT prep providers, but you do pay for it. Though I would just note that Princeton, as well as PrepScholar and the other couple companies that I'll get to here in a minute, all frequently run sales and special promos, so do make sure to snag a coupon code if there's a sale on before buying. With Princeton Review, you can almost always find their courses on sale for at least $100 to $200 off. I'll actually do my best to keep the description below updated with the most current discount and promo codes that might be out there, so make sure to check that text below the video screen and maybe save yourself some coin. Alright, so sliding into the #3 slot is Magoosh. And this course is our value pick. Magoosh is a pure and simple bargain play. Basically, if you're looking for something more than just a prep book off of Amazon, but also don't want to spend a bunch on a full prep course, then Magoosh is gonna be your ticket. The Magoosh course costs just $130 total, all in. But to set expectations here, Magoosh is not an apples-to-apples comparison with PrepScholar or Princeton Review in terms of scope or depth of coursework. They're a budget course that goes lighter on the materials. But here's what you do get. Over 250 short on-demand video lessons, around 1,300 practice problems, 4 full-length practice tests, and a ton of surprisingly high-quality problem explanations, which are actually the real highlight of the Magoosh course in my opinion. Each practice question comes with a short clip showing how to solve the problem in addition to the normal text explanation. And though they're very short and kind of lacking in the delivery department for visual learners, this is a major value add and I think really helps with comprehension. Bottom line, despite being a budget course, Magoosh is able to pull this off without really sacrificing quality and still managing to offer some really respectable materials. So overall, we give them high marks. Alright, so last up here and number 4 on our list is PrepExpert. But before I get to that, if I could kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and drop us a comment below, that'd really be awesome. We work really hard to make these videos that are informative and well-researched and totally free, and that engagement keeps us going, so we really appreciate it. Anyway, back to PrepExpert. And for me, there are 2 major highlights with PrepExpert. Some really good live classes and some top-notch ACT test-taking strategies. I'll start with those strategies. So basically, back when PrepExpert's founder Sean Patel was studying for the ACT and SAT years ago, he developed these 100 or so test-taking strategies. Now, there are some slight differences between their SAT and ACT strategies based on subtle differences in the exam's content and format, but by and large, they're pretty close. In any event, the PrepExpert course is largely based around these strategies and they form the backbone of your learning. And after applying them, I can say they really do work. Though here's the thing, they're also slightly more advanced. So what I would probably say here is that if you or your son or daughter has a pretty good baseline score, maybe say around 26, and won't really benefit too much from tons of coverage of the fundamentals, maybe they instead need slightly more advanced techniques to elevate their score up into the 30s, then PrepExpert's strategies are a very good option. This is especially true when combined with their engaging live online classes, which are the second highlight of this package. So each of the PrepExpert live class packages comes with 36 hours of instructional time. The classes are held online in a virtual classroom and you can choose to take the course in a 3-week program or in 6 weeks. But in terms of what we really like about these classes, they pack in a ton of detail and seem intelligently organized and have solid lesson plans. Plus the PrepExpert instructors are fantastic. They all seem very good at weaving PrepExpert strategies that you've learned into sample problems and making sure the course builds on itself. In short, they were just really good live classes if that's what you're after. Alright, so that does it for the detail in this video, so let's get into my final thoughts. But before I forget, I should mention that since you're studying for the ACT, we give away a free prep course every single month to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter, everyone is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description, but just know it takes less than 10 seconds to enter and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free ACT prep course. Okay, so final thoughts. Which course should you go with? Well, in the end, I think it really boils down to your individual needs. If you're looking for a budget course with a price tag under $150 but still solid in terms of quality, then I would go with Magoosh. Or if you're an advanced learner aiming for a top-tier score in the 30s and you think you'd get more out of some very smart test-taking strategies, then we really like PrepExpert for that situation. If you're looking for the most comprehensive, robust package available with every feature under the sun, then Princeton Review is where I'd point you. They're the conservative pick in my opinion. Or if you're just looking for the best overall course that checks all the boxes, value price point, effective lessons, solid practice work, and an easy to follow self-paced schedule, that's PrepScholar. We have them rated as the best overall ACT prep course when weighing all of the factors. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I hope this video has been helpful and you learned a little something. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and dropping us a quick comment below. That'd really be appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed written guide that I mentioned earlier in the video, hop on over to our website, testprepinsight.com, or check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. We have a ton of great content out there. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and we'll see you in the next one.